So this is Sound of Metal. Simon's interview with Riz Ahmed, which was brilliant. It's still available to go back and listen to, and it is really worth listening to because it covered a lot of ground. So this is co-written and directed by Darius Marder. Ahmed plays Ruben, who is a drummer in the noise metal two-piece Blackgammon with Olivia Cook. And this is his life. He lives in this bubble. They're on the road together in this RV, which is also a recording studio. And then his hearing starts to fail, and he is terrified. He's a recovering addict. His sponsor suggests that he goes to a retreat, which is run by Joe, played by Paul Racy, brilliantly played by Paul Racy. And at this retreat, there's a possibility of a new life, of a new beginning, of a new identity. But he is so wedded to the idea of regaining his hearing that seems to be a stumbling block between that and progress. And there's so many things that are remarkable about the film. Originally, the film was kind of a docu-fiction project that Derek Cianfrance had originated, and he was working with Jucifer, who were a two-piece, who were going to sort of play close to home characters. Then this was then taken on by Darius Marder, and Riz Ahmed is such a brilliant piece of casting. Firstly, because he's a proper polymath. He's a brilliant actor and a musician. He had to learn to play drums. He had to learn American Sign Language, and he immersed himself completely in the role, which is one of the things that he does. And what you get is a film which I think brilliantly tells its story to a wide range of audiences, whether it's to a deaf audience, and you spoke about the use of open caption, pardon me, or whether it's to a hearing audience, and the way in which the sound design is brilliantly put together to take us inside the experience of the central character. I think the reason it works is because it conjures a world in which the details are right. And this is the most interesting and kind of ironic thing for me, that I've discovered that if in any story, the specifics of detail are not to be avoided. They are to be embraced because they are the thing that makes the story universal. So the more specific the detail of the world, whether it's the world of the band, of them playing on stage, or whether it's the world of heated debates happening in ASL, and the way in which that there is an offer of almost of a new identity that would see the central character moving away from his addictive past into something different and more positive, or whether it's the fact that the film understands what's described as deaf culture, and it understands identity. I mean, in the end, it is really a film about identity. And you had raised the thing about the Long Goodbye, and how that was about identity, and Mogul Mowgli is absolutely about identity. And this seems to be something which I think Riz Ahmed's career has been centrally invested in or interested in. And the great thing about this is it's on Amazon Prime for Monday, and then it's going to be in cinemas on the 17th of May when cinemas reopen. And when it's presented in cinemas, it will be with open captions, so that everyone can. And Riz Ahmed said this specifically in that interview, so that deaf and hearing audiences can watch and enjoy the movie together as was intended. And I think, I mean, in a way, I feel like I'm only scratching the surface of the film by saying these things, but it's a remarkable achievement. It's a film that for me does that thing about showing you what cinema can do when it's made by people that do care passionately about getting the story right. And Paul Racy is such a brilliant part of that. And also, I just thought it was a really well told story. I thought it was a story of a character, and I keep going back to this. It's about identity. It's about how you identify yourself, and that's the thing that's universal. And that universality is found in the specifics, in the specific details. I thought it was terrific.